Recording for YouTube for 100 days has changed me, and today I'd like to talk about how it has changed me. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. Thank you so much for being here, either way. I think that recording every day for 100 days has made significant changes to my outlook, my perspective, and how I have been operating. And I also feel like it has shifted my stress from one of depletion and burnout and hopelessness to the stress that feels better of wanting to research and plan and change things. And I am making changes. I don't think that without doing these daily recordings that I would have taken my driver's exam by now, or my written exam for the license, and scheduled my driving skills exam. I don't think I would have put my house, or signed the contract to put my house on the market in March. I don't think I would have reached out to a financial advisor and done a discovery call with him. I don't think that I thought any of those things were within my capabilities, or I couldn't figure out what the next right step was. It all just seemed like I had to do it all at the same time, and it felt really overwhelming. And somehow, through talking it out here, I have been able to just take one step at a time without it feeling super overwhelming. And I am even now wanting to look for my general practitioner and get my physical exam scheduled, as well as some of those pesky but unfortunately necessary tests that us middle-aged folks need to start getting with some regularity. And I just did not have the motivation or the energy to do that a few months ago. Not even that long ago at work, I was really close to crying pretty much every day at work because I was just so tired and stressed out, and I feel like I couldn't do a good enough job there. And I couldn't imagine myself doing that for the rest of my life, doing that job. And still not being able to afford to keep my house up the way I wanted, and travel and all of that, putting all of my daily energy into a job that stressed me out, and having no energy, no motivation, and not enough money to do anything else outside of it, was just really scary and depressing. And honestly, I think I'd still be in that situation or worse if I hadn't been talking it through here. I wasn't sure what I wanted out of this channel when I started it. And of course, I really would like to make some money off of it eventually, or even a lot of money. I will accept that. I would love to make a lot of money doing this. I would love to have brand deals with brands that I really believe in and companies that I believe are doing good in the world, and maybe even a community. Yeah, I don't know, but even without that, this channel has done so much for me. And a friend told me yesterday that it inspired her to start recording her own story. For now, she's keeping them private, but that's huge. It's huge, especially knowing what this has done for me. The fact that I inspired even one other person to start recording their own story is just so awesome and gratifying. And I just watched a video by Timothy Warren where he was talking about how when he started this journey like 12, 13 years ago, he had no idea where he would be where he is now, actually doing YouTube pretty full time. He still does seasonal work on the side, but he is living his dream. He is traveling around and recording YouTube videos from places he wants to see. And I love that so much. Like, seeing his journey is inspiring me to keep going also. And also my friend that said that she's recording her own videos said that she sincerely hopes that I plan on continuing. And I do, even though I don't always feel like recording. This morning I wanted to like hit snooze about 1,000,001 more times and call in sick to work. I was really tired. But no, I want to keep doing this. I don't think that after I've done a year that I'll continue doing it every day. I don't know yet. But I was listening to Rob the Maritimer. I'll link him and Timothy below. But I was listening to a live from Rob the Maritimer yesterday about how posting every day can mean that your videos compete with themselves, and although I've heard mixed reviews on that, and then you can't put as much effort into them, and you might get viewership burnout. So I'd like to hear what my daily viewers think of that down below. Would it make more sense for me to record like 3 times a week? I'm also considering, not right now, for some reason it feels like it'd be more energetically taxing to do lives, but I am considering, instead of recording daily, doing lives daily. And like I said, not right now, but maybe in the future when I have less going on, like when I'm in the van, I might do lives daily. I'm not sure. And then maybe a curated video once a week. Yeah, things to think about. And this braid, I'm having trouble. I keep ending up with a thick section. Okay, I think that's better. But yeah, I think I've already gotten to over 100 days. I think I'm just gonna stick with my original goal of doing 365 days of daily recording, and then I'll decide what I want to do from there. I'm not gonna make any hard and fast permanent decisions on it right now. And even when I decide to try doing lives, I may try it and decide I don't like it, or try it and decide that maybe that is something I do once a week or 3 times a week. So who knows? I am not locking myself into anything. That is basically my new mantra. When I was talking to my financial advisor, he asked if I eventually plan on buying land in Canada, and I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to lock myself into it right now. He's like, okay, fair enough. Like, right now, I know that all I want is freedom from a corporate job. I want the freedom to go where I want to go when I want to, and have time to work on my hobbies and maybe turn them into more than hobbies if I feel so inclined. And I want less to take care of. That may change in the future, and I allow myself to change my mind later. If I get tired of not having a home base, then maybe I get a home base. But I don't know. That's up for future me to decide. I don't need to figure that out right now. Figuring that out is also kind of impossible. I don't know what's going to happen between now and then. Anything can happen. So I'm going to just decide what I want to do right now and do everything in my power to do that as efficiently and responsibly and joyfully, let's not leave the joy out, as possible. And just let the future take care of itself. Yeah. Let's let the future take care of itself. I think it's good to plan for the future, and even make some sacrifices for it, but not so much that you're not enjoying the present. And up until now, I mean, I kind of was doing that. So now is what I have, and especially since I'm trying to figure out which way to put this in. I think this is it. Yeah. With knowing so many people who are getting like really chronically ill young, at the last salon that I worked at before I worked from home, the owner of that salon was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer while I worked there, and she ended up passing away within 2.5 years, I think. And I believe she was 47 when she was diagnosed, my age. So I don't want to squander any more of my wild and precious life, and I am so grateful to this practice. I'm so grateful to past me for deciding to begin this daily practice of recording these videos. And I'm so grateful to this practice for somehow motivating me to make all these changes, because I've been journaling for decades and the journaling didn't have the same effect, and I don't know why that is. It did have huge effects. I don't think I would have quit drinking or vaping. And my interesting, my throat chakra is closing up on this subject, but I don't think, I know, actually, no, I don't even need to say I don't think. I would not have quit drinking, quit vaping, or divorced my last husband without journaling. Journaling definitely helped me see where my negative habits and personality traits were impacting me negatively and harmfully, and to make the changes necessary to divest myself of them. But it did not seem as, journaling did not seem as good at showing me the way forward towards more joy. It showed me how to divest myself of misery, but it didn't show me how to start moving towards where I wanted to be. So that's really interesting. I recommend doing both personally. I mean, you do you, boo, of course. Always use your own discernment, but I think I would not be where I am at all without both journaling and vlogging. And where I'm at, honestly, doesn't look that different than where I was at 2 months ago. Except I'm not crying every day at work. And except that I've started the kinetic energy, I think. It's like I've nudged the boulder off the top of the mountain, and it's just kind of starting to almost imperceptibly move. But now that it's started, it can't be stopped. It's moving even if you can't see it. So yeah, if you're feeling stuck and you've been waiting for a sign to start making a change, this is your sign. Start writing, start recording yourself, even if you keep it private like my friend is. That's totally fine. I think it will still be enormously beneficial. And then in Timothy Ward's video today, he shared several clips of past Timothy. One of them was from 12, 13 years ago, before it was 2 or 3 weeks after he left his day job. But he didn't have a plan yet. I think he might have even still been drinking on the weekends then. Now he's sober. And so having this record means that years from now, you can look back and see how far you've come and what led you to where you are now. And that, I think, is so cool to have that history and to be able to jog your memory on where you started and why you started. So anyway, with that, let's pull our daily Natalie Goldberg Writing Down the Bones deck card. We're kind of nearing the end here. We are on card number 46, which I think means we have 14 cards left. Then I think I'm going to start pulling oracle cards at the end once we've gotten through these. Yeah, just for fun topics of conversation, and we can still use what we pull as journaling prompts. Okay, anyway, card number 46. Tell me about a body of water you are familiar with. Go. 10 minutes. And then on the back. This can be a river, lake, ocean, lagoon, stream, creek, or spring. You feel no relation to any of these? Try the water in your bathtub, a glass of water, a shower, a gallon of water in those plastic containers at the gas station. You can find some kind of body of water. Even your own body, which is 60% water. No excuses. Water is a great and necessary element. We need to pay attention and protect it. Ask the people of Flint, Michigan. Oh my God. Remember how I talked about not wanting to support 3M. Flint, Michigan is why I don't want to support 3M. I think Aaron Brockovich might have been about that whole thing. I also have an article in a magazine called The Sun about that whole thing. I don't think it was just 3M either. I think it was also DuPont. Anyway, again, not a political moment here, but I just got goosebumps when I read that Flint, Michigan thing, because I think it was just yesterday that I mentioned 3M and not wanting to support them because of their irresponsibility. So, whoo, little synchronicity there. Love that. All right. I love you so much. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be wealthy. May you feel at ease. And may you love and accept yourself exactly as you are right now in this very moment. And may you say thank you and just let all of those blessings sink all the way into your heart and body. I love you. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.